the Shaolin Temple, but now I'm off the hills of a solar full of that ripple. I'm watching it dangle like a past participle. Mix my ripple with Moses and Pipple. Taking spring water hits us a mid-pine thistle. That good green that'll wet your whistle. Hey, smoke got food, don't be pulling your pistol. And get your girl hit with my master struck missile. See chewing out the frame like a brand new pistol. Stroke a jawbone down to the marrow and gristle. Full facial blow bubbles and rub it on your pimples. She left the hotel smelling like a sack of hot crystals. And pistol smoke, it's one for broke. Then I put it in her throat and she burped the choke. Should've told you how chunky it was. Go and get your girlfriend so she can help you out. Scream it out now. It ain't easy, man. Claim fame. Oh God, put me in the game. I'll be a man amongst boys forever, living life like a grown man. A grown man.
Hear me. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's up, Mike? How's everything doing? Just picked up some comics today. I know I'm a little late, but last night I went to trivia, so this isn't opening. This isn't opening. This isn't opening. So usually Thursday nights we'll read comics, but last night I went to trivia, so I wasn't able to read comics last night, of course. So guess what we're doing tonight? That's right, you guessed it. We're reading comics. I had Uncanny X-Men scheduled this first, but that's cool. We're going to get into some Titans, break up the monotony. And if anyone out there is reading the I know I downloaded it already. Let me check something right quick. If anyone out there has seen the Titans on the DC service, let me know how it is. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it, but still, for some reason, I'm just hesitant about watching it. I'm a Titans fan, of course, because of my boy Nightwing. That's why I originally started reading Titans and Teen Titans, because of course it started with the sidekicks. Don't call them sidekicks, but that's what it started with. That's what it's taking them back. And I'm trying to get this chat function taken care of so I can see everyone that's speaking. Let me go on Twitch right quick. Hey, Soko. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm finna drop some nerd knowledge on you. So I hope you're ready. Alright, so we're not gonna wait on that. If it shows up, it shows up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I didn't want to just try and switch between all of the chat functions. And I forgot to re-download the Restream chat functions, which combines it all into one. So that's where I'm at. Without further ado, let's get into some Titans. Of course, there's been several iterations of the Titans throughout the DC universe, mostly consistent of sidekicks from prominent heroes. Nightwing being one, Kid Flash being another, Wonder Girl being one, Um, um, Arsenal, or AKA Speedy, being one more, as well as, yeah, that was first. Nightwing. Oh, Aqualad. Almost forgot Aqualad. So now, and then when they started out as a place for a team to hang out with each other, get to know each other, stuff like that. But then when they grew up, became more prominent heroes, they took off the team and just became Titans. Give me some time. Why is this having a bit of a, not delay, but probably because it's I have something downloaded. That's why my stream is laggy. It doesn't look laggy over here. And then later on, later iterations of the Titans, you added Cyborg and Raven and Terra and a host of other teen but not so teen heroes. Um, this iteration consisted of Nightwing, and he recruited Steel. He went and got Raven and Donna Troy and Beast Boy. Beast Boy was also one of the original, not original, but he was one of the well-known members of the regular Titans. So he went and got Raven, Donna Troy, which AKA used to be Wonder Girl. He went and got Beast Boy, Steel. He went and got and McGann, Miss Martian, was assigned as their Justice League liaison. They were supposed to be investigating like Source Wall, all these things that's coming from the Source Wall, because in one of DC's major events, they broke open the Source Wall and all kinds of energy flooded the universe, and they're not sure what the effect is going to be. Well, it turns out it's turning people into metahumans. And the Titans have been tasked with containing these Source Wall events. Well, to catch you guys up, one particular guy he was a writer, and his Source Wall power was bringing things that he wrote to life, and he had unknowingly created this entire universe. The Titans thought they sealed off the universe, but ended up Raven's soul self was trapped in that universe. Now they had to find another way back to try and rescue Raven. From this cover, it doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job. Yeah, Mike, Beast Boy did start off in the Doom Patrol. Actually, Beast Boy's it's kind of iffy, because if you go back and look at the cartoon, Beast Boy started off with the Doom Patrol. But as far as comics, I want to say he was Titan material from the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do real quick his first appearance. Bad. Oh, I lied. Beast Boy's first appearance was Doom Patrol, so that's where he got his start. Then he moved over to the Titans. So look at Mike dropping some nerd knowledge up in here. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Soko. Tell Mom I said hey. And I tell her I could have put the stitches in for her, and it wouldn't cost that much. So yeah, they're in this. They're going to this world to try and rescue Raven. Okay, this is Titans HQ. Throne of Unearth. Prince of Unearth. So it looks like, I can't remember this guy's name. Ben, I think it is. He is a scientist that the Titans have recruited that's helping them out on different types of projects. And Unearth is the name of the dimension that the writer had unknowingly created. So it looks like he's doing research to try and see how they're going to rescue Raven's soul self. He said, hey, I hope you guys can still hear me loud and clear. I've been doing some research, like I said. So it looks like the frontiers of Unearth are protected by fiercely territorial creatures called Urkish. I need to get some sound effects because it just sounds silly when I read it. It's like Watang. So if I get some sound effects, that'll be pretty cool. And he's asking what was that? Excuse me. Is this finished downloading? It did. It did. And now it has to download something else. Boop, 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 boop. I'll put that away, let it download for now. So he's asking, what was that? And whoever he's talking to over the intercom, which by this it looks like it's Donna Troy. She's like, nothing, Ben, go on. And he's like, well, they were created in the 5th age of limits by... So she's like, skip that part. So, okay, they're immune to fire and absolutely cannot be bargained with. Miss Martian's asking, are you sure about that, Ben Rubel? He said, I'm lifting this straight out of Hinton's novels, Miss Martian. I mean, he invented the place. Oh, Green Lantern joined like 2 issues ago. So I found out I love the cartoon. I didn't like the second version until I saw the episode with BER and the song The Night Begins to Shine. Be careful, that 4-part episode is catchy as hell. Which you mean the Titans cartoon? Mike, is that the one that you I thought I put this in. More stuff is downloaded. And sorry if the video seems a little laggy. It seems like I'm going to continue downloading until this is done. Are you talking about the original Teen Titans? Not the original Teen Titans, but the Teen Titans cartoon or Young Justice? Which series, Mike? Teen Titans? Yeah, I liked it from the beginning. The Puffy Amiyumi intro. It was the perfect blend of that kiddie anime that I'm used to seriousness, that serious tone. Oh man, but then they had to replace it with some Teen Titans Go fart jokes and burp noises crap. Alright, so Green Lantern joined like two issues ago. His Unearth series is pretty much your Lonely Planet guide for this mission. You're like, wait a minute. It's like, if you're at the frontier, have you met any Urkish yet? So they're saying yes, Ben Rule. Like, that meeting is currently in progress. That's from Miss Martian. So this team of Titans currently consists of Miss Martian, Wonder Girl, Raven, Green Lantern, Steel, and Beast Boy. Nightwing is out of commission currently right now because if you don't know, spoilers, he was shot in the head in the pages of Batman. So that's why he's currently not leading the team. And Wally West was on the team as well, but he if you haven't read Heroes in Crisis, I don't want to spoil it for you. Excuse me. But he's out of commission also. Him and Arsenal as well. Let's see. Raven, Miss Martian, suppression attacks. Steel, Beast Boy, cover the left flank. Green Lantern, block off their main assault. To defy the outsiders from the great without, protect the realm. Green Lantern's on it. This is some crazy Peter Jackson stuff right here. Beast Boy is like, this brother is just another day in the Titans. So not enjoying the ride? Didn't say that, boss. Uh-oh. I think Donna Troy and Green Lantern had a little something going on. Good, because this is what you signed up for. I'm not enjoying the ride. Raven's not enjoying the ride. She's currently without her soul self, and that's what she's looking for. So I can understand why she's not having a good time. Miss Martian, reassure yourself, Raven, we are here to rescue your soul self. As I said, Steel, amongst other things like saving the universe. Beast Boy, yeah, how are we doing on the front? Feels like we're getting our butts handed. And then he goes, guys, chapter 16. Beast Boy is currently in between forms right now. That's not a shape that he's taken. He has to maintain control just to keep from going all beast, because he was bathing source wall energy. So he's having a hard time like maintaining a type of human form. Because Scarfield the Tormented drives off an Urkish attack using a shield wall and longbowman. Good thing they had Green Lantern. One shield wall coming up. And as we have no English U to hand, I will provide the equivalent of projectile volley. Okay, they're retreating. Nice job. With big guns like you and Miss M around, the Titans are finally punching above their weight. So Steel is, hey, I'm a big gun. Steel's been mostly a scientist. If you don't know her origin, she's the niece of John Henry Irons, the original Steel. And she has her own company. Or did she take over his company? Steel Works. The relative merits of our respective power sets are inconsequential still. The Urkish have been dissuaded for now, but they will return. So it's back to Ben. Looks like they were, after all, created with but a single duty: border defense. Loath though I am to trust the work of fantasy fiction for guidance. You drove them off? Cool. I feel like I should be dishing out XP about now. That's a little Dungeons and Dragons joke. Like Miss M's right though, the Urkish read as pretty simple in the books, underwritten, just plot devices. Which I guess means in reality they will be incredibly singular in purpose. Understood, Ben. So let's keep moving before they regroup. So here's a question. One guy made all this. I think that's coming from Green Lantern. One guy made all of this, a whole world. Yes, Kyle Rayner, involuntarily. Source energy altered the mind of the author and brought his entire world into being. He said, wild, I know all about creating my will, but a world with creatures and cultures, and Ernest Hilton was amazed too, seeing his imagination become real. So it was formed from pure source energy, which is why it's so valuable to the Blood Cult. We must move quickly. Where to next, Ben Rubel? So the Blood Cult is trying to bring about the Red, who thinks with this being a new world, they believe that the Red can come through this world and help them achieve their goals. Here's a K. So I'm thinking you should head toward the mountains. You see mountains, right? There's a fortress up there called the Northern Hold. How is the place defended? Said, I don't know. That's chapter 26, and I haven't read that far. See, my great lord, and I'm going to butcher these names if you guys don't mind. Just FYI. My great Lord Sinestro, Prince Travesty, Keeper of the Northern Hold. He's like, yes, 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 yes. So I appreciate the ritual formality, Commander Lenore, but you don't have to run through the whole list of honorific titles every time you pop in for a word. So I said, Lord Travesty, the Urkish patrols are reporting intruders at the borderlands. Oh, really? Not unexpected. The Commander Lenore assembled the first cohort and Hexhand Elite. Hexhand. And draw auxiliaries from the Urkish host. Have these intruders encircled and crushed. Problem? Someone's asking. Maker Ernest, lovely to see you. No problem, just a little ruckus at the border. The ephemery folk again? Something like that. Oh, I should never have invented them. So he's there. I think they wanted, he wanted to stay there for some reason. So the Titans left him there. Put it from your mind, my friend. What are your plans for the day? I was going to visit Firth and the Falls. It's truly amazing being here. Like taking a vacation in my own imagination. And this little, whatever he is, this little whatever he is, he was the one, he switched places with Raven at one point. And when he was revealed, he stayed in that realm also. Or he came from that realm. It was a couple of issues back. So I was wondering if Commander Lenore could ride with me. They say, sadly, no. I need her at readiness in case there's trouble with the, the ephemery folk. Oh, okay. That's a shame. She fascinates me because she's not in any of my books. It being created by the world itself, not by my imagination. I want to learn about her and what sort of story she would be a part of. So he's like, there will be time for all that later, Maker Ernest. Now, you hurry along and have a lovely, lovely day sightseeing. So Sire Glammies and his Lancers will see to your every need. That must be Raven's soul self. Thank you, Soko. Young Justice. I read Young Justice last week. Really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. Starting to sound like Jono. It's like our dear Maker Ernest is being inquisitive. He has a sharp mind, Lord Travesty. He is the creator. And I love him to bits, but I do wish we could get him out of the palace for a few weeks. I had thought to send him on a state visit to Mournhold, but one does not simply walk into Mournhold. Lord of the Rings joke. It's like, what? Like Earth humor. Oh, Lenore, I thought you'd get it, but you really are a creature of Unearth now, aren't you? It was like, right then, my dear guest enemies, it seems, have come. The Titans, I'm sure of it, and you said we'd be safe from them. So this is the new Mother Blood right here. She was rescued by Brother Blood, and she found out that he wasn't really believing what he was preaching. So she, through her research, found out that it was real, and she began to believe. So the power was bestowed upon her. She did away with it. When Brother Blood was dealt away with, she picked up the coat and continued it on in his name. Well, not in his name, but in the blood code. Said, Lord Travesty, I can assure you the Titans are the ones in danger. I highly recommend Young Justice if you guys get a chance. Wonder Comics is supposed to be DC's new I want to say all ages line. I don't want to say kitty book, but it's an all ages line, or maybe teen. They have 4 titles coming out, which is Young Justice, Wonder Twins, and 2 other ones. Naomi is one of them, that's for sure. And Dial H for Heroes, another. Look at that. Look at that convenient DC advertisement. It's like the Blood Coast has pledged to defense. The Blood Coast has pledged to defend Unearth against all invasion. Say my blood vessels and I stand ready at all times. Blood vessels. Have we not already shown good faith by removing all of your rivals and enemies? Are you not now de facto king of Unearth? And he goes, I am Mother Blood, and the title fits me well. So, but I don't want to regret getting into bed with you, fun though that sounds. So, I suspect you're as devious as I am, lady. Tell me, why keep your presence here such a secret, even from Maker Ernest? Shoot. Hold on 1 minute, guys. And this is up, and I'm down. If you guys can hear any background, it's because, and this should be the last interruption. Well, hopefully. Log in. I'm not a robot. All right. That should do it. Alright, Ernest Hinton is an old man who fears any intrusion into his invented realm. He would misinterpret my motives. With a big skull on your head, I don't think anybody would misinterpret your motives. Hey, I'm sure he would, but the Titans are here. I think it's high time you told me what you're really after. We're in this together, after all. The Titans are here, Travesty, because I have lured them here. I'm after them, especially the ones named Steel and Kyle Rayner. Oh, so she's after Green Lantern and Steel. It's like Commander Lenore is raising a full army. She'll have them pacified as soon as we know which way they're heading. They're headed here, Lord Travesty. After all, we have something they want, and that's Raven So-So. So she's begging, please, no more, no more. Please let me go. And Raven's feeling it. She's like, Raven, I felt like someone was stepping on my grave. My soul self is close and it's in pain. Ben, it's Steel. We're in some kind of creepy forest and any info you can supply. Say, wouldn't it be quicker if we flew? So one girl, or Troya, said we need to move fast but stay low. We don't want to show our hand until we know where the blood coat is and how strong they are. So Rayner he's a hot shot. He's seen a couple of things. He's like, this isn't how the Corps would handle it. I guess it's the Titans' way. Mounting an expedition into a fantasy world created by the man's imagination. Sure, we do this all the time. Ben's back to his research. You need to cross the Shrouded River, then head up to the pass at Gorhelid Gorge. But that's Pirate Drake country, so you'll need some top cover. So Steel's thinking, you're so enjoying this, Rubo. It's one box of dice short of game night. Yes, it is. Like, just get ready with the saving throws, nerd. So you'll find no path here. To live, travelers, you must answer the 1,000 riddles of the rootkin. Here will you perish. So, oh man, the riddle sticks rootkin. That was chapter 3. I meant to mention that earlier. Yeah, that's going to be a fallout from Heroes in Crisis. So, like Atlanta's look, Kyle Rayner's a little cocky. I mean, he's not only been a Green Lantern, he's been the White Lantern. He's been initially one of the people who single-handedly restored the Green Lantern Corps. So I can understand his confidence. So he's like, the rootkin here's a riddle, one ring to bind you all and turn you into matchsticks. Want to see it in action? They're like, hell no. Mind how you go. Sorry to bother you, dude. So I'm gonna make like a tree. It's like Smooth. He's like, yeah, I was really talking their language. It's like Kyle's sure of developing bad habits. Oh, bad hobbits. Kyle's sure of developing bad hobbits. Everybody just looks at Beast Boy. That wasn't really funny. He's like, what? Oh, it's funny when Kyle does it. Miss Martian, get him back on track. She's like, Titans, this is a vital mission. The Blood Coat intends to corrupt the Parliament of the Red, the spirit that binds all organic life. The fate of the world is at stake. That's right. Focus up. That's what she's saying. Focus the fuck up. So please attempt to take this seriously. So the Falls of Farthindale, just as beautiful as I imagined them, which makes sense because I did. So they're trying to keep, what was this guy's name? The creator, Hinton, Ernest Hinton. They're trying to keep him out of the way. I guess they don't want him to know that the Titans are there, which would make sense because the Titans helped him when he was going crazy creating this world. It says, it's a joy to visit these places I dreamed of, but it's like, Ernest, Maker Ernest, you seem troubled. I'm sure it's nothing, Sir Glamis. I have a deep connection to Unearth, but it feels like something's wrong. So like, fear not, Maker. The invaders that crossed the border this morning from the great without are being dealt with swiftly. It's like, the what? It's like, well, I guess that's it. So they finally reached the castle, the northern hold. It's like, cool, definitely super welcoming. We should... And arrows. Beast Boy goes into armadillo mode. Rainer shields up. Troya shields up. Steel's already in armor, so... Like, defensive positions. Now, what the heck's happening, guys? You're breaking up. Titans, can you hear me? He said, can't chat right now, Benny boy. Talk later. Love you. Bye. And there's the army. They take them head on, break their formation, Titans together. Heroes in Crisis, DC's mini event. Oh, nice. Hits him with the shield badge and takes his hand at the same time. It's like, cut through, move, talk to me. So I'm drawing the air support away, Donna Troy. It's like casting repel charms. Are those giants? Giants, schmiants. The bigger they come, Beast Boy goes in slamming everything. Stay together. Where the hell are Steel and Kyle? And that's who they're after right there. Bam. So you get Steel? It's like, Nat, you okay? I'm okay, shaken up, but okay. It's like, Griffin Girl sure packs a punch. I think she's their leader. So he knocks her off. He's like, yeah, she... Oh my god, the big reveal. The big reveal. It's It's me. Dun, dun, dun. Hits him with the blast, knocks him out, and then let's take him. Of course, they would get captured. What's this Naomi about? I've been meaning to check out Deadly Class. I hear it's pretty good. Alright. Next up. Uncanny X-Men. So if you haven't been reading Uncanny X-Men, Nate Gray is back. Nate Gray is the son of Cyclops and Jean Grey from the Age of Apocalypse. He's pretty much the alternate version of Cable. Easy does it. He found out he was dying, so he wanted to leave the world in a better place. So of course he goes about it the wrong way. He's recruited Magneto, Omega Red, Blob, and Angel to be his skewered version of the Horsemen of Apocalypse, but he calls them the Horsemen of Salvation. And of course, X-Men's not going to stand for it, so they're having it out. Legion, Professor X's son, who's always had a history of problems, is trying to stop Nate Gray, but the X-Men aren't having any part of it because Legion has always had his fair share of problems. But he thought that he could trap Nate Gray, aka X-Man, in his mind, but X-Man ended up just taking over his mind, which made him but he made him the most powerful mutant in the world. So X-Men had to call in all their reserves to try and take out Nate Gray. Did I get that right? X-Man, aka Nate Gray, is dying. In his last days, he has used his omnipotent mutant powers to forcibly change the world into an ecological and sociological paradise. Needing followers, X-Man twisted Magneto, Blob, Omega Red, and eventually Storm because they ended up helping Angel recover. And eventually Storm into powerful avatars of his will, the Horsemen of Salvation. Legion, aka David Haller, foresaw X-Men's machinations and tried to avert them with the help of the X-Men. However, Legion and the X-Men were quickly overpowered and X-Men took over Legion's body. Terribly outmatched, X-Men leader Jean Grey sent out a telepathic distress call to all current and former X-Men to fight for their future. And that's where we are now. X-Men roster: Jean, Kitty, Bishop, Storm, X-23, Psylocke, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, Iceman, Beast, Polaris, Cannonball, Legion, Multiple Man Armor, Pixie, Rockslide, Northstar, Anole, and Glob. So they're in Quadra Island, British Columbia, Canada. It's like, behind us, my lord. We'll deal with these heathens. There's no reason for you to dirty your hands. He's like, no. Be still. So if they truly want a battle, then they shall have it. So Nate Gray is like, y'all want to get down? Let's get down. Who the heck is that? It's Forge. Let's see my X-Men. X-23, Honey Badger, Rock Slide, Colossus, Pixie. I remember her. I can't remember her name. Is that Hellion? Megan. Is that Mystique? Shark Girl. I haven't seen her in ages. Mercury. Dang, I can't name any. I can't name all of them. Is that Magma? Cannonball wasn't even in this shot. Where is he? It's a maggot. So he says, I got a clear path. Gonna take this sucker down for once and all. Okay, that's what you think. So Gene is screaming, Sam, no. So I got it, Gene. Just make sure to keep the path clear. Hey, Sam, surely you knew it wouldn't be this easy. You would think by now that they all would know that. He said, but why should I expect more from a country bumpkin like yourself? And of course, every time Cannonball joins the X-Men, he goes back to a country bumpkin. People always forget that he went toe-to-toe with Gladiator. So he hits him with the Bowel of Energy. Bam, of course. I think that's Husk, his sister. Yep, like Sam. Paige. I'm here, Sam. Of course, he needs medical attention. Cannonball shouldn't be able to die. He's an eternal, I thought. He said, Pixie, you need to teleport him out of here. They need me here. And Cannonball needs a doctor. Get him out of here and come right back. So I'm going to make that son of a bitch pay for what he done to my brother. So that's Paige's ability. She rips off her skin to reveal patterns underneath. We'll be sure to leave you a few dirt bags to punch up when you get back, Pixie. So she's taking Sam for medical attention. You cannot win this fight, X-Men. Yeah, Storm is a pretty hard battle. Let alone Magneto. They've beaten Blob and Omega Red plenty of times, but Magneto and Storm. So stop this foolishness and bow down to X-Man before it's too late. So everybody is just hacking away at Omega Red. I think that's Wild Child. The hell did he come from? A Wild Side. What was his name? So X-23 is just like, keep hacking away. Dude can't keep attacking with his gross tentacles if we cut them all off. So he's got more. He's got so many tentacles. Like, yes, I've got eyes, Gabby. So Psylocke, Cuckoo, Sage, No Girl, join me. Join me. X-Man is combining his power with Legion's. If we can work together to separate them, maybe we can shut them down. Everyone else, we need you to buy us some time. That's usually the plan of attack, is to psychically shut somebody down while everybody else buys them time. I mean, it's worked all these years. There's no reason to stop doing it. Go, we'll keep Blob at bay. That's Gentle. He's from Wakanda. So we're on our way, but not sure how much help I'll be. So my telepathic abilities are not on the same level as the rest of yours. That's Sage. X-Man is one of the most powerful telepaths I've ever encountered. Now that he's combined himself with Legion, we'll need every bit of power available to us. So it figures that once again the telepaths have to save the day. That's what I said. So let us hope you're half as capable as you think you are. Psylocke is Jean. We need to stop it. We need to stop her. I don't think we stand a chance of stopping this if we can't break X-Men's control over Storm. Yeah, she's destroying us single-handedly, I might add. We'll try our best to combat X-Men without you, Betsy. But you're right. We need to stop Storm. We need to break his hold on her. But they just promise that you'll hurry back to us. We're going to need all hands on deck. So she's telling her to hurry. I'll return, I promise. Angel, need your help. He's pretty pissed off with her because he was under X-Man's control, and the only way he was all glorious and luxurious and pretty boy Floyd, and in order for her to break the control, she had to run him through with her telepathic knife, which ended up bleeding away X-Man's control and just revealing the Angel of Death. So now he has to be the Angel of Death, and it's all her fault. So he's pretty pissed about that. It was like, form a perimeter, focus on joining together our powers. Like, Jean, Mother, must you keep pushing? Say, why can you not accept that this is what must be? I tried to be the son that you wanted. Tried to be the one to usher the X-Men into the next age. But you've shown me that it's a journey I must make alone. Why I can't say knife? Oh. My bad. That must make alone. That in order for mutant to evolve, we must first destroy our past. I was like, you forced our hand here, Nate. We tried to talk you out of this. We tried to make you see reason. I'm sorry that it's come to this. I truly am. So these are all the telepaths. And they're joining with Jean to try to split X-Man and Legion. So Archangel's giving Psylocke some air support. Thank you, Warren. Don't thank me yet, Psylocke. Storm may very well vaporize you. So yes, that has occurred to me. So if she gets to drop on Storm, I said, I'm sorry, my friend. I do this for the good of us all and believing it is what you would want. Yeah, so the X-Men wasted a lot of time talking. Just run it through already. Oh, that looks like it hurt. I'd be pissed. Oh, they also have Apocalypse fighting on their side. X-Men at one point had captured Apocalypse, Shadowcat, a senator, and they were acting as a sort of counsel for him. So Storm is going crazy. She's screaming. Yeah, that looked like it hurt. And then they're out of the sky. He's like, for Betsy. Oh, and he catches both of them just in time. How high were they? Just like Warren. Oh, they still love each other. That's so sweet. So Storm's pissed. It's like, this violation of my mind will not go unanswered, X-Man. He's like, Aurora, I have to join Jean and the others. We're trying to separate X-Men from Legion. Together, they're just too powerful. So she says she has to help. She lights up with lightning. Says, oh God, will she be alright? Who knows? Being transformed against your will by a God who makes all his desires your own is not easy to recover from. Seems she's found her rage, though. Good for her. It's like, Warren, she wants to talk to him. It's like, Betsy, we need you. It's like, I'm coming, Jean. Then she joins in all the telepaths. He said, I think Storm is about to do something bloody stupid, but it might help us. Be ready. All in together now. Uh-oh. Yeah, Storm's a little pissed. So you think yourself a god, X-Man? He looks a little worried. I gotta say that. So I've been a goddess longer than you've been alive. Oh. And she hit him with the cracker cow. Like, there it is. It looks like that's the distraction that they needed. Like, there it is. We have them. So now they're trying to split them apart. Looks painful. Alright, so they did it. Legion is free, unconscious, but alive. It's like, don't stop. We have him on the ropes. I said, wait, where's Jean? I said, oh my God, she's trapped inside him. I said, we lost her. So Jean's asking, where is she? I said, oh no. It's like, hello, Jean. And here comes the talk. Like, so Nate's like, so tell me, Nate. Oh, no, Jean's like, so tell me, Nate, is this how you see the world? Above it all? It's like, pop psychology is beneath you, Jean. So I would have thought it was beneath your mind, Nate, but here we are. This is your mind, not mine. I'm only commentating on what I have found, which is you removed from everyone else, like someone trying very hard to play God. And how would playing God look different from than being God? But if it bothers you, I can make this world whatever you make. Whatever would make you comfortable. All you need is to ask. So Jean was like, what would make me comfortable is you ending this farce, coming with me and beginning to set right all the damage you have caused. Together, we can set much right. He said, I'm sorry, Mother. That's not going to happen. Why would you wear that in front of your mom? That's just weird. So this can't be what you wanted, Nate. You're a good man. How could you know that? So I've been absent for so much of your life, I know. And I'm sorry if Scott were alive, he'd say the same thing. We weren't there for you when you needed us, but that doesn't change the fact that you became a good man on your own. But now you're hurting people. So he retorts, I'm doing something you and your X-Men never could. I'm saving this world. So you're so sure. So yes, I am. How did it come to this? We evolved, Mother. I evolved. I evolved to be someone who could change things, to remake the world as I see fit. Why wouldn't I? It's like, you sound like Apocalypse. He was like, don't be naive. He is a tyrant and a lunatic. Just because we understand the same truth doesn't make us the same person. It's our actions that matter. Some men like to pretend they are gods. Some just are. She's like, you think I don't know what it means to be a god, Nate? You think I don't know what it means to make decisions that feel inconsequential to you but ruin other lives? I was like, yep, she's had the Phoenix for us. So you speak to me of the Phoenix. Like I too am blinded by some fiery god. He was like, no, I'm talking to you about my own actions. The pain I caused when I was one with the Phoenix, like you're causing now. Listen to her. So let me show you, Nate. That's right. Show him. He need a whooping. That's all he need to do. So they're saying they're getting through. Don't let up. Say, get me close enough to put my hands around his throat. Is that Cecilia Reyes? Yes, dreads. It's like so much pain. It's like, what is? He's losing control over his horseman of salvation. So Bob's like, where the hell am I? So it seems we've been acting on behalf of another without our knowledge, Mr. Dukes, and the arrogantly named X-Man is the cause of that, I suspect. I don't want any part of whatever the hell this is. Like, he is unwell. Be that as it may, I would like to show X-Man the error of attempting to manipulate Magneto. You are welcome to join me. So he's lost control over Storm, Magneto, Blob, and Omega Red, and everybody's joining in the fray to turn into him. And at the same time, while they're doing their physical attack, Jean is mentally showing him all the pain that she's caused from the Phoenix. So he's saying enough. Said, you're gone, Nate. Because you think I never knew people suffer, that people would be hurt? So I think you didn't understand it. He said, my whole life has been suffering. I was raised in a world that had only cruelty. I came here and found it no different. I've been trapped between the two, slowly being torn apart. As my last act, I only wanted to make something better. But last act, it's like, I'm dying, Mother. I just wanted to do something good before I go. Like this stone, the life seed, It's how I'm here. It increased my powers. At first, I thought it came to me to save me, but it didn't. I'm still dying. It can't save. So I can't save myself. So why did I find it? Why did it give me so much power if not to save myself? So she's like, I don't know, my son. I don't know. It's like I never wanted to hurt people. So it looks like they got through to him, and he's starting to like doubt what he's doing. It's like I guess Magneto and us are on the same side now. Bobby's asking. So as we used to say back home, the enemy of my enemy. Is that the whole expression? It's like Betsy, what's happening? He released his hold on Magneto and the other horsemen for some reason. The reason is Jean. She's inside X-Men's head. Said if they tear him apart now, I'm not sure she makes it back out. Yeah, that must be here for a reason. So everybody's lighting into him. As Bishop, Surge, Sunfire, Magneto, Iceman. I cannot remember her name. It looks like Polaris. It's like I must be here for a reason. If I wasn't given this gift to save myself, there must be a reason, right? I can't have been given all this power to do nothing. I can't save myself. I know that, but I thought I could save the world. That was my purpose. I never wanted to make people suffer. So Jean's like, I know, but even you can't save everything. We do our best, but sometimes we have to just let it go. But to bring peace, sometimes there must first be suffering. Why don't you understand that? Everything I tried to do, the world fought back. You fought back. She's like, please, Nate, just let it go. He's like, Mother, you don't understand. He's like, I see so clearly what I have to do. I can't save the world, not when you people will always stand in my way. I can't make this into a world where the X-Men belong. Goodbye, X-Men. So she's like, Nate, don't. Did he just wipe out all the X-Men? Holy shnikes. He did? No way. Damn, he just pulled the full-on Thanos snap out of this bitch. So he like exploded or used all of his powers to wipe out the X-Men. Dust is blowing. He falls on the sand. The water washes over and he's gone. That's some baby back bullshit. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. I was like, mother. So just like that, they were all gone. Nobody knew exactly what happened. Nobody really cared. All that mattered was everything he had done, everything everyone had done was undone. The world was returning to the way it once was, like nothing had ever happened. Save for one small difference. The X-Men were dead. The world celebrated the death of those that they had always hated and feared. History books were already being rewritten to erase the role of the X-Men. Senator Allen had a change of heart and publicly reversed his anti-mutant position, but it was too little, too late. The world had had enough. It's like no more X-Men. Enough of Homo Superior. Enough of mutant rights and mutant liberation. Enough of the X-Men who called themselves gods, and enough of the ones who stood against them. The world had had enough of the children of the atom, and enough of those children's children. Laws were passed to make sure never again would families have to suffer the tragedy of having a mutant child. The anti-mutant vaccine was put into immediate circulation. The age of mutants was coming to an end, not with a roar, but with a deafening silence. I can't help but think that someday, maybe years from now, but someday, people will realize what we all lost. We just wanted to save the world from itself. And then there's Cyclops. So apparently the X-Men is still here. So next week it's gonna be Uncanny X-Men Annual, and then next month will be Uncanny X-Men, and then there's gonna be this Age of X-Men Alphas. So the X-Men, as we know, aren't dead. Just like Legion ended up creating an alternate timeline with the Age of Apocalypse, I'm sure X-Men ended up sending them to an alternate timeline too. And that's where the Age of X-Man storyline is going to come from. Alright. So, Titans. Red Titans, Red Uncanny X-Men. So now we're going to read Teen Titans. So in case you guys aren't up on your Teen Titans, this is Lobo's daughter. Secret origin of Crush, daughter of Lobo. So, new Teen Titans stay at Mercy Hall, Brooklyn, New York. So, I don't understand, Crush. Let me spell it out for you. This team is composed of the Damian Wayne Robin. Damian Wayne Robin, Roundhouse, the new Kid Flash, Jinx or Jen, the Genie, and Lobo's daughter, and Red Arrow. It's like, that little boy toy of yours is hiding something from us, Jen. It's like, Jen is like, he's not my, just whatever. But why would he hide something? We're a team. It's like, because he spends too much time with a guy who's dressed like a bat and lives in a cave. That'll screw anybody up. So she's pushing this crate, and she's like, see? It's like, I'm sure if we ask, like, where's the fun in that? So she's kicking in the door. Just, oh my. It's like, I knew it. Let me get some room over here. How about that? Hey, what's going on, Canadian Zombie? Oh wow, in over 5 years, you've missed a lot. If you haven't read X-Men in over 5 years. The last storyline, there's if you 5 years, then you've probably read the Age of Apocalypse. He said, I go by Crush because that's what I do. Something that gets me in trouble, but I like trouble. He said, hot damn, Bat Kid is holding out on us. Look at all these toys. So it looks like Damien has a little garage full of all kinds of toys and stuff like that. I'm reading other series at the moment, like Saga and other stuff. Yeah, I read a lot of the independents also, like Isola, a lot of Mark Miller. I like his Magic Order series right now. I got the first trade of Saga, but I read so much I haven't had a chance to get through it. I didn't even know Lobo has a kid. Yeah, she's just new. They just introduced her in this series of Teen Titans, which is at issue number 25 right now. So yeah, she's fairly new. She's 25 issues old. So about within the last 2 years. And they're just now revealing her secret origin. Said, sometimes I get me in trouble. Said, but I like trouble. So it's like, when I joined the Teen Titans, Robin promised he'd help me find someone. Turns out you save a guy's life, and he gets real motivated to deliver. So far, she's been a badass. The last issue, the Titans had a building explode on them, and she was the only one holding them up, or holding the building up, keeping it from falling on them. So her strength level, I think, is on par with, if not more, than Lobo. If it isn't, I'm sure she'll get there. But she has about the same type attitude, take no gruff. But she's not as much of a villain as he is, and I think that has something to do with her origin. It's like, how this bad thing is out of control. I mean, what kind of person puts their insignia on everything? It's like, and Jen's like, I find it rather cool. Jen and Damian Wayne Robin have had this kind of flirtatious thing going on. Whether they like each other, they don't like each other. But I think Damian Wayne Robin is going to screw it all up. She seems to be immortal. She did mention that when she was holding up the building. She said if the building falls and crushes them, one person's definitely going to make it out alive. And she was talking about herself. And she's still in the bike. She's like, come take a ride with me. So shouldn't we ask permission? She is never. So Robin and Red Arrow are busy trying to figure out how the other, that's the stupidest villain name that I've ever heard, how the other dropped that building on us. They won't even notice we're gone. It's like, in all my thousands of years, I've never ridden on a motorcycle. It's like, then what are you waiting for, girl? Let's roll. So they're stealing Robin's, Damian Wayne's motorbike, taking it for a joyride. Apparently, he probably to get Crush. That's his daughter's name. To get Crush to join the team, Robin promised he'd help her find something. So, and I think he gave her the location, and that's where she's going to. So Jen is asking if she licensed to drive, and Crush is like, this is the least of our problems. Now hold on tight. Kid Flash finds her. He's like, oh boy. And Red Robin's asking, what's going on? Did I hear glass breaking? Or not Red Robin, Red Arrow. So he's covering for them. Roundhouse was just being an idiot, breaking windows and stuff for his prank vlogs. I took care of it. So keep him in check, Kid Flash, or I will. It's like, you got it. And he's like, have fun, ladies. So they're taking off. I have to start reading the series. It's pretty fun. I mean, I do like the new characters introduced as far as Jen and Crush goes. One of them, Roundhouse, is not my favorite. He reminds me of Gold Balls from the X-Men, and it's just they really have no character development or use whatsoever. It seems like they're just there to fill up space. So Jen's asking where they're off to. She's at upstate. It's like 4. It's like, I lost something a long time ago. It's time for me to get it back. So Jen is saying she's glad she can be of assistance. He said there are worse ways to spend a Saturday. So all Robin gave me was a set of coordinates. It's like, but what I don't tell Jen is that I'm pretty sure when we get there, someone's going to have to die. I was wondering that also. I wonder if this will tell us. Because, yeah, he was supposed to be the last, was it Caesarian? He's like, I'm starving, let's beef up here. So they pull into this little Red Apple rest stop. So Jin's saying she can't beef up, she's a vegetarian. Right, he murdered his whole planet. That was his deal. He was supposed to be such a scumbag that he killed his whole planet, or they were picking on him for some reason. And he destroyed everything. So I'm wondering how his daughter ended up on Earth, much less with him with a daughter. So Jin's like, I can't beef up. I'm a vegetarian. And the Crush is like, what? Why? See, meat is murder. And Crush is like, yeah, it is. Tasty, tasty murder. So you're quite terrible, so you don't know the half of it. It's like, welcome, so nice to have you in. Table for 2. Man, that lady is awfully nice. It's like, anything to drink while you two settle in? I mean, so I'm gonna need a coffee, black. Say, I would enjoy a bola lala, please. I guess he's trying to figure out what a bola lala. It's like, bola lala? So it's 1 part golem saliva mixed with, and Crush is like, she'll have a water. It's like a genie and an alien walk into a diner in the boonies and nobody bats an eye. But yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Oh, she's like, wait, what the hell? So they're looking at their reflection. It's like, Do not fear. It's just a spell. I thought these people would be more comfortable if we looked like Crush is like prostitutes. He's like, no, I drew inspiration from the girls on that show Red Arrow watches. When she thinks no one is around, keeping up with the Kardashians. And Crush is say even worse. It turns back now. Say, but what about? He's like everyone else. He's like, I don't care. Neither should you. Say we are what we are. The world can get on board or get out of our way. Jen apologizes. Say I was tempted to help. She said, I know Jen, but I stopped giving a crap about what other people thought a long time ago. It all started for me in this crazy alien world where weirdos and outsiders from all over came together to figure out the truth in the universe. I'm talking a real utopia where they value who you are, not what you got. The people who make it out, they call it paradise, but most know it as Burning Man from 15 years ago. It's like David and Lisa Rojas, my Earth parents, were taking a spiritual journey together. They're like tripping on Molly. It says, hell yeah, I just want to. It's like, oh God, I think we're going to hurl. Say they were exploring their connection to the universe and each other when I literally fell from the sky. I hope they don't give her a Superman origin. It looks like they're just giving her a Superman origin. Do all alien babies just fall from the sky on Earth? Did you see that? It's like, I think he's like maybe Rusty cut his supply with PCP again. They say it could be a fallen star baby. It's probably a pot of gold wherever it landed. It's like it's totally a thing. It's like they didn't have much, but they were enlightened. They really understood the world for what it was, you know. And instead of worrying about their own skins, they came to my rescue. So they're stumbling over each other, falling down a hill. And it's like, oh my God, what is that? And looks like there's Crush. Is that an alien? Like it's a baby. So well, his parents must be a big Kiss fan because that face makeup is fierce. I don't think it has parents, David. We have to help it. I said, what? Us? Have you seen us? That the chains are protecting her. Be careful. So you see, the chains want us to take her. They must think we're worthy. I think I peed myself. This baby's going to change our lives, make us better. You just know it. And cue product placement. So she's like, what the heck? You're... There it is. So look, we don't want any trouble. Please, you misunderstand. We are not trouble. Say we are to them, D. They only see a couple of freaks. So let's go. She destroys doors. It's like, by the way, your menu sucks. So property damage would not make anything better, Crush. Feels good though. It's like, come on, I saw another place on the way here. Somewhere we won't catch any crap. Is that an apple? And she's like, I adore apples. Like, this is the part where you tell me you knew Adam and Eve. I was like, no, silly, I'm not that old. She said, but one of my past masters, Napoleon Bonaparte, would often make that joke too. So Jen's supposed to be a 4,000-year-old genie. She has powers, but they have limitations. She gets more powerful when her, I guess, is the equivalent of her lamp, which is like a ring. Who, whenever someone's controlling her, she gets more powerful. So Crush is saying, you're seriously ancient. So we all have our journeys, and you have not finished telling me yours. So what can I say? My Earth parents weren't perfect, but I always felt loved. So you need tea before your long journey, sire. So Lisa and David homeschooled me, and I never needed anyone else. See, when they weren't high, they weren't just my parents, they were my best friends. I said, thank you, Princess Xiomara. I am forever in your debt. So other than my chain, Obulus. So she gets a glimpse of herself in the mirror, and she's like, Dad, He's, what is it, princess? I said, why don't I look like you or anyone else? I said, because it's because you're special, honey. Like, special how? So your birth parents, they're superheroes. Is that like Superman? Like, that's it, honey, like Superman. And they sent you to us from the sky to keep you safe while they're protecting the universe. I said, exactly. Because they love you very much just like we do. I said, Red Roof is getting their own superheroes. Like, I don't want to play Princess anymore. I want to play Superman. Like, somebody's banging on the door. It's time to go, family. I said, open up, crackheads. I think that's the first time I've seen crackheads used in the DC Universe book. It's like, ready, princess? Like, Superman. Right. Superman. So they're bailing out on somebody. Somebody's looking for them. Like, faster than a speeding bullet. Hurry, David, come on. I said, up and away. It's a big mistake stealing my stash. I'm gonna kill you both. So they stole somebody's drugs. It was always an adventure. David and Lisa weren't what you'd call employee of the month material. They had a hard time paying the bills, and it made them a lot of enemies. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, and there were some habits they never really managed to kick. So we were always on the move, but I didn't care. They were my family. I loved them. Reno Skies Trailer Park, Nevada. They like moved around. It was like we finally settled into a place where we could lie low. They got money where they could. They got money where they could, but I was usually the one making sure we had food and water. So maybe it wasn't pretty, but it was all I knew. And I would have stayed that way if I hadn't gone into town one day and seen something that made me question everything. Superman fights intergalactic villain Lobo. So she's been told all of her life that she's a hero or the daughter of a hero, and then she sees Lobo all over the news fighting Superman. And I seen something that made me question everything. It says Soups will kick the trash back to where he came from. So I heard about this guy. That's Lobo, last of his kind. Good riddance to him. So she's like last of his. It's like, what's that planet he's from? Narnia, Zarnia. I hear he's a stone cold killer. She gets back home and she tears into her parents. You lied to me. You said my real parents were heroes, and one day I'd be just like them. So her dad's like, just because that Lobo guy's bad doesn't mean you will be too. Only you can choose what kind of person you want to be. So she's like, so he is my dad. It's like, we think so, but honey, she doesn't want to hear it. She says, shut up. I don't want to hear any more lies. I have you both. Or I hate you both. He's like, Zalmera, please. He's like, get off me, Obulus. She don't even want the chain. Obulus didn't do nothing to you. What you getting mad with Obulus for? So here I thought I was the daughter of a superhero. Instead, my real dad was a dirtbag, a murderer. So she storms out, just like, leave me alone. Everybody seen Aquaman yet? It's like I took off, didn't have a destination or anything, just wanted out. So these rednecks are like, Phil, look, she looks just like that Lobo guy Superman fought on the TV. So I barely had time to get a handle on everything. So let's do like Superman did and send her back to whatever crap hole she came from. Yeah, in a body bag. So she gets hit in the head with a rock. And she's like, mother. It's like when I ran head first into my first problem with being the daughter of Lobo. Get off our planet, you alien freak. So I guess it ran into me. I always knew I was different. I seen the stairs as I got older, but Lisa and David always protected me. Like, so I had no idea what I could really do. Said, but nature kicked in that day. Said, Earth ain't for the likes of you. Oh yeah, she beat that ass. Big time. Not gonna lie, it felt so good to cut loose. Hadn't even known that part of me existed. But when I went to tell Lisa and David that I'd gotten notice and maybe it was time to do our usual skedaddle, well, it was too late. Looks like whoever they stole the stash from caught up to him. It's like, Mom, Dad? Police arriving. The obelisk was gone, and I knew I had to jet before the cops saw me. No way I could explain myself. The thing David and Lisa taught me best was how to stay off the radar and out of sight. So that's what I did. So Jen says, I'm very sorry for your loss. It's the cards I was dealt. But Jen, I'm telling you this because you need to learn that the whole world is not a good place. So Jen said, you suffered a great tragedy. I would never deny you that. But the world is not all bad for it. And she's like, God, you sound so naive. Like, Crush, you seem to believe you must teach me to harden myself, as you yourself have done. But my outlook on life is not derived from inexperience. I have seen a great many things in this world, more than most terrors enjoy alike, and I choose to recognize the bad but focus on the good. Crush is saying you can take your kumbaya crap and shove it. Say, when you have seen as much darkness as I have, you need to find the light, or else what is the point? So, okay, fine. What's your story? Change my mind. Say, perhaps one day I will share it with you. He's like, so Crush is telling her there's no rush to share. And she's like, thank you. Yeah, everybody's been hounding on her about where she's come from, what she can do, what she's hiding, and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure she's very grateful that Crush is just telling her, when you're ready to talk about it, come find me. I'll listen. Like, don't sweat it. Now let's go get Obulus. She's like, you found Obulus? Like, Robin did actually. Some bat satellite radiation signature BS. But we're going to bring her home. So they're in upstate New York. It's like, knock, knock. Crashing another door. Has there ever existed a door that you did not destroy? Anybody home? Well, look at here. Say, I know you, girlie. Hard to forget a face like that. And my, oh my, have you grown. Like, I've never seen you before in my life. Who the hell are you? I go by many names. But yeah, you can call me Ezekiel. So I used to deal to those two. Oh, this is the dude that killed her parents. I used to deal to those two worthless excuses for life that raised you. The Rojas rats. Said, but see, one day they stole product from me, a lot of it, which caused me some serious problems with my associates. So I had to hunt them down and get it back. That's just business. But it was like those two burnouts had a sixth sense for whenever I was closing in. Always managed to stay one step ahead of me. But it wasn't the sixth sense, was it? It was the chain. That thing was warning them. It protects you. I decided to be more patient, studying it from afar. That's when I finally saw you, and I knew you were something special. You know how much a freak like yourself would sell for on the dark web? And have to pay off your parents' debt, and then some, kid. So I decided to offer Lisa and David a clean slate. No more looking over their shoulders if they gave you up. Even told them I'd throw in some of the good stuff. Say, most crackheads would have jumped on an opportunity like that, said, but not those two morons. Heh, so I actually think they convinced themselves they really loved you. Made some noise on my way out, so I couldn't exactly wait around for you to come back, but as far as door prizes go, I'd say I hit the jackpot. Just like Obulus. So he took the chain. Is that this thing's name? Because I just called him it. It took a while to break it down and bring him back up in my image, but me and it here, we've done real good together. You could say it took me from the outhouse to the penthouse. You get it. You get it from your old man, Lobo. Oh, he's kind of... I guess he's kind of like the human version of Lobo. Like, Lobo is not my dad. It's like, kid, look at yourself. Of course he is. He's like, no, you killed my dad, and now I get to return the favor. Not if Obulus has anything to say about it. It's like, I don't think so, Magic Girlie. I got a little something for you too. So she gets hit over the head. So let me show you a little trick I learned in the old neighborhood. Killed my parents, hurt my friend. Buddy, you're gonna find out why they call me Crush. It's like, it, destroy her. It's like, your name is not it. You're Obulus, and I was Zylmera. We came to this planet together. You're my best friend, and I love you. Oh, there you are. Let's finish this dirtbag. Adios, murderer. So, of course, Jen said, Crush, what are you about to do? This will not bring your family back. She's like, but it'll feel good. I can't just walk away, D. I can't forgive him. Like, then forgive yourself. Your family made a choice to protect you. I can't. I won't let him just. She's like, your father, your true father, David, once said you can choose what kind of person you want to be. Lobo does not have to define who you are. Not if you do not want him to. So she lets him go. It's like, I'm proud of the choice you made. Said, just so till Roundhouse I cried. He never let me live it down. Said, so this is Obulus. Where did she get her name? Said, I don't know. I just always knew it somehow. So what are you thinking, Crush? Said that my parents had their demons, but in the end they chose me. They are the perfect example of what I've been saying. Humans are complicated and often flawed. This is Jen speaking. Said, but goodness still exists within them if you let the right ones find you. Crush goes, I give up being a stone cold badass. You're killing me, girl. So what? So what is next after we alert the local authorities to collect Ezekiel, that is? So he goes, Lobo. So do you truly believe he's your father? He said, not sure, but I think it's time to get some real answers. I said, well, you will not have to do it alone. So she's like, I came here looking for a lost friend, and I found her after all this time, but I found something else too. Something I haven't felt in a long time. Now the end, but a new beginning. Enter the back. Is this saying that Jin and Crush gonna get together? I mean, if I'm reading that wrong, y'all let me know, because that's what it looks like to me. He's saying, but I found something else too. Something I haven't felt in a long time. It sounds like love. Roundhouse, the same old ground. These events take place between Teen Titans 22 and 23. So this is Roundhouse. This is the annoying one to me. That's the character I don't like. And he had to sacrifice himself and take a bomb in outer space. And everybody thought he died. Come to find out, he was just hiding out at home. So I guess this is telling what happened when he took the bomb into space. It's like, I always dreamed of going to space. I just never thought I'd be up there to dump a nuclear bomb. It's like, I'm pretty new at this hero game, so there was a chance I'd written a check my butt couldn't cash. But I remembered the Ignatius theory from Mr. Talkington's chemistry class. The general idea is that if I turn molten, I could create a chain reaction with the cold of the atmosphere that'd blow me back to Earth before the whole, What? Nobody remembers that from Mr. Talkington's chemistry class. So the explosion sends them back to Earth. Last thing I remember was glowing lava. Then I saw a bright light and I was out. Being a hot liquid was probably the only thing that saved me from getting totally vaporized. Then pure luck landed me in an ocean, which would have been great if only I could swim. Look, I saw Sharknado as a little kid and it scared the bejesus out of me, okay? Freaked me out, even shower for a while. My sweet lady luck intervened once again. And he's picked up by a fishing boat. It's like, hey guys, you're probably. I figured he'd be crushed under the weight of all that fish. Hey guys, you're probably wondering how I got caught up in your net, or maybe why I'm blue. Both are super interesting stories, but oh dang. Wish you would warn me about that guy. I think my powers might be tapped right now. That freaking hurt. They're talking in Japanese. Hey, I only understand a little Chinese, but I'm pretty sure I heard fat somewhere in there. So even though my therapist says I can't be letting other people's opinions affect my self-worth, my husky gene size is still a sore spot for me. So easy on the judgment. Oh, they gonna sell them on the market. So you don't understand. I'm a teen titan. I know Robin. He hangs out with Batman. So you're making a big mistake. Did I just save the world? Or at least Times Square? So I'm American. I have rights. Maybe I don't, but they always say that in the movies. And you just fall asleep. She's like, we get it, Claire. You took Chinese school super seriously, just like Mom wanted you. So wait, Claire, what are you doing here? So she's like, getting your dumb ass out of here, obviously. But you're like running out of time, and so are you. We've got to bounce, Billy. He said, okay, but we're in the middle of the ocean, so how can we even look out the porthole? He said, you said hole. So you're an idiot. See that lifeboat? We're going to take it. Ma will absolutely murder you if you don't get home ASAP. Say, but the door is solid iron, and I'm still pretty weak, so what's the plan? It's like, there, pointing to the toilet. Say, I'm not 5 anymore, Claire. I'll pee if I have to. Stop treating me like a little kid when we're the same age. Like, no, moron, that's the way out. And besides, I built this mechanism into my suit, so even if I did have to go, I can just pee in this suit. What's up, Link? It's going pretty good. I'm finishing up with some Teen Titans and next some Isola. It's like, brr. It's like, I will never get that smell out of my nose. It's like, taking a trip through a little human waste in liquid ball forms. Small price to pay for your freedom. Like, that's right, Link. That's exactly what you walked into. So taking a trip through a little human waste in liquid ball forms. A small price to pay for your freedom. It's like easy for you to say, saving your butt, so let's focus. It's like we're in the middle of the ocean, probably somewhere near China. We're driving in who knows what direction. It's like, come on, Billy, what did you learn in Boy Scouts? This chick has to be some type of figment of his imagination. And she just showed up a little bit too conveniently. So he's like, we're in the middle of the ocean. Oh, what'd you learn in Boy Scouts? Find the North Star. Once you know which way is north, you also know every other direction. So you always were smarter than me. Say true, but it's not your fault you were born a boy. Ha, funny. Ha ha, funny. Say humble as always. So once we get to shore, then what? So I'm guessing you didn't bring your passport. Shanghai Pudong International Airport. Pudong. So look, there's a flight back to the States in a couple of hours. Says, but I don't have any money or ID. So you've got something better. Your brains and some pretty rad powers. So let's figure out how to get you on the plane. I said, Claire, I'm so sorry. You wanted to go home that day and I dragged us to that stupid Supreme shoe drop. And maybe if I'd just listened, then you would have. It's like, William Bartholomew Wu, do not do this. You couldn't have known. You can't blame yourself. I just wish I had been me and not. He's like, wait over there. I think we found our way home. He said, first the toilet, now a smelly looking kid's glove. Thanks. He said, Ma used to make me clean under your bed. It's a hell of a lot worse down here. It's like, how true that. Boy, do I miss you. And she's gone. So he changes to this little bouncy ball things and he pops in this kid's glove. The Wu residence. 24 hours later. So wake up. I say, Ma, wait, how did I get here? So I found you passed out on the porch. Dr. Zhao came and looked at you. How did you get yourself a concussion, Erzi? It's like, oh man, you won't believe what happened, Ma. I saved New York from a nuke, went to space, then I was in China, had to escape from some fishermen. They were super mean, then I stole a boat, figured out a way to get on a plane with no ID, no money, and I did because I'm a baller. She's like, yeah, that's very racist. I'm going to say, yeah. Oh, we appreciate it, Link. Yeah, it's a bit of delay. I think because I was running some downloads earlier, and I finally turned those off. So that's probably where the delay is coming from. Let me say, what you are is irresponsible. Your ba and I want to support this super costume thing you do, but after clear diet, you can't just so you're grounded for 6 months. 6 months and no video games. Didn't you hear the part about saving New York? So she slams the door. It's like a concussion, huh? Maybe it was all in my head, or maybe it's like, thanks, sis. So that was a little more insight into Roundhouse. I didn't know he was Chinese, so there you go. Or Chinese American. I still gotta watch Titans. I keep hearing great things about it, but like I said earlier, I'm a little nervous. All right, last up, Isola. Isola probably won't take so long. It's more of a art-driven story. It's light on text, so I don't think I have to read as much. So we can look at these pretty pictures together. It's by Carl Kerschel. Kerschel, he drew a. I remember him drawing a miniseries that told an older story from one of the. It was like a miniseries telling an earlier adventure to the original iterations of the Teen Titans, which was Aqualad, the original Robin, Dick Grayson, Wonder Girl, Speedy, and Kid Flash. So that was pretty cool. And story by Brendan Fletcher. So high blood cleft twain for time's false plea, pestilent root of the hollow tree. So the story that I get so far, yeah, that'd be sweet, like Titan sound good though. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah, that'd be sweet if you come and do some voices. I have to work on my voice work because I know how good yours is. I can't have you outshining me. So, so the story about Isola is that it takes heavy. Um, it borrows heavily from Studio Ghibli, the stories that they tell, sort of. And this tiger used to be a princess, and her brother tried to take over her kingdom. And this lady is her royal guard, like the last member of her royal guard. So she ended up stopping her brother, but not before he changed her into a tiger. And now she's trying to find a way to turn back Alwyn. So ADR would make this awesome. As I'm totally down to do some voiceover work and auto tune. You're doing great. Appreciate it. And once we finish this, I'm gonna give away actually a. If you like Isola, you can read the first trade. Let me grab it right quick. I grabbed it. I'm on the last one. So here's the trade. Um, Somebody's upset that it's bedtime. This is from issue 1 through 5. And we're on issue, 6 right now? Yeah, we're on issue 6 right now. So, if this is like the origin tales about, I mean, the art is beautiful in here. Hey, Pop Pop. You gotta go night night? Alright. Night night. He doesn't want story time. He wants to continue staying up late and watching his movies. Alright. So something's calling. The tiger's name is Alwyn. It's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in this world. So something's calling her. Looks like something in the lake. The lake's bubbling. It's a lady in the lake, eyes glowing. Oh, snap. Is that reaching out? Yeah, we can trust that, right? So she puts her hands on him, and then she's like, "Mother, help me." Oh, she snatched her into the lake. Oh, no, she didn't. She went in, and she's pulling her out. So she's like, "Asher, Asher, help." Asher is the name of her royal guard, the last one that's left. After she was turned into a tiger, her brother, I think her brother had set up for her kingdom to be overthrown. So she had an army at her door, and of course they were going to kill the tiger once they saw it. So Asher knew what had happened between her and her brother, and Asher helped her escape. So they're supposed to be going to the land of Isola for her to find a way to turn back human. He's like, "Huh, I've got you." So Asher and Father Will say, "Alwyn, please, they take me back." This little thing, I have no idea what this is. Some little half monkey owl jackrabbit that keeps following him. She's like, "Take me back." That is weird. The fuck? So the half monkey owl jackrabbit thing is trying to warn her. And she takes a look back, looks at it again. This thing's going crazy. It has to be trying to warn her. So Asher wakes up hearing this monkey owl jackrabbit. We're gonna call it a Mao rabbit. The Mao rabbit's going crazy, and then by the time Asher goes and finds Alwyn, she's back to a tiger. Was it a dream or what the heck? Yeah, the art is beautiful. That's one of the things that, like I said, I'm familiar with Carl Kerschel's art, and that's one of the things that drew me to it. And then when I read an interview and they were talking about just how they really drew influence from Studio Ghibli, that made me want to grab the book even more. So I think she kind of loves the queen. Mao rabbit. That Mao rabbit. I think she kind of loves the queen, but because she keeps trying to take care of her, and the queen is always like, "Bitch, I'm royalty," but she's like, "You're a tiger now. You just don't get it." Because there's a little hesitation right here of her trying to pet her, and that, to me, that's kind of like a, "What the fuck are you doing?" The look that she's giving her. So then they're all weirded out by it, and she splashes the water on her face. "I'll start some breakfast. Get you something to eat." She's still looking in that water. You're okay, right? What the? That was a trippy. I don't know if that was a hallucination or what that she saw. So she's like, that arrow. The arrow should have. She got shot by an arrow, and they had to heal her. So they took her to some woodland, with some witch in the Witch of the Woods type character, which they did some type of spiritual ceremony, and that if you saw that in the trade, she ended up with somehow with her body back and a tiger head right there, so they could heal her. So yeah, and more gorgeous art. So she like, "The gods are looking after you. So I don't know what's happening, but they brought us to this place, so I could stay here forever. Like we could." She gave her that look like, "Bitch, you tripping right now." It's like, I know, sun's coming up. So I know what you said you saw, but if the ghost woods near Isola, there's nothing about it in here. Unless this is supposed to be. There he is, that Mal rabbit. He stole. So is he stealing food? Say, we're not alone out here. Say, hold tight. Man, look at this. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous art. Alright, so there's a little settlement here. Some. Maybe a war camp? Their flags are flying, so she's kind of doubtful. It looks like somebody. Like they had gone to war. They just set up camp near the river. Or they're about to go to war. See, it is one of ours, Freck. So we also thank the gods this is a gift. They'll have everything we need. So I should be able to blend in and make my way to the supply tent. Most of our troops will be well into their rations by this time in the morning. If they're focused on their plates, they won't be looking at my face. Like, wish me luck. So she's going in. It's like opening ourselves up for attack, if you ask me. Out in the open like this, the Halem can just like crunch, shut your whining. Pulls her own skin right off her head. Swear to God. Like, go on. It's like never seen anything like it. So she's doing good so far. Made it to supplies. It's like, you with the visor. Yeah, you. When you know it, it happens all the time. Right before they get to their objective, somebody calls them out. Who's this dude? So look out of place there. So she's preparing to like put him down. Look at this dude's eyes. So you're the only one without a cup of Janny's brew. She's about to bash his brains in, and he's just like, "Ah, you need some coffee." Like, good, right? She gives him the thumbs up, and he takes a sip on it. With the pinky up. I know that's right. Pinky up. So she like, jackpot. She made it into the supply tent. See some maps. She's like, ooh. I guess she was like, this coffee is good. Captain Rook. Somebody recognizes her. Right. They said you killed the prince, and so yeah, in order to protect the princess, which is Owen, she had to kill her brother, which is also a prince now. So she's wanted by the kingdom, and since nobody knows where the princess is, aka the tiger, she can't clear her name. So they said you killed the prince, and she's like, shh. She said, tell me your name, Squire. Robert, sir. He said, Robert, can I trust you? Yes, sir. Robert. Well, I mean, what kind of awful parents do you have to have for them to name you Robert? Robert, can I trust you? Yes, sir. He said, no one can know I'm here. So I'm on a secret mission to save our queen from an evil enchantment, and I need these supplies to help her make the journey. He said, but sir, I thought it was a girl. Oh, those are ropes. I thought that was his hair. They said Queen Alwyn were kidnapped, maybe killed. We's on our way to Pellegrine Rock to. They said that's good. It is the Queen's wish that you continue on that path. She's putting her faith in all of her people while she's away, Robert. Very soon, she said, what kind of enchantment? I said, what do you mean? What happened to the Queen then? Were it a witch? So you can't tell anyone, not the knight you serve, not even the wind. Got it? It's like, on the life of the Queen, on the blood of my mother, sir. I did just... My bad. I did just assume her gender. So he told her, or she told him. She told the little boy that it was an enchantment that turned her into a tiger. So he's like running up to the ladder, check it out, and then he sees her go with the tiger, and he's like, "Oh, it is true." Like, so next issue, that is gorgeous art, man. Look at that. Oh man, I got a couple of prints. I wouldn't mind having this from Carl Kerschel. I used to collect prints back in the day from when I went to conventions and stuff, like of some of my favorite artists that would have prints at their show that they were going to be at. I wouldn't mind having that one. That's pretty dope right there. And that's Isola. So I knew it wouldn't be a long read. Yeah, the art is incredible. So if anyone wants this trade, I'd be more than happy if you guys take it off my hands. If you guys are interested, just type me in the chat. Me. And my chat support's not working. And I'm also going to be handing up here. That was our last issue, Isola. Next week, I should be back on Thursday to read more comics. I haven't been able to write out my list, but I'll start throwing some more of a notice to let you guys know what's going to be coming up. But other than that, We're gonna settle down with the family. We're gonna eat, then blow up some stuff. Give that trade to a fan father. Yeah, I might be able to jump on later on. I gotta run my little one to grandma. He's supposed to be with going to Disney World for the weekend. So yay for him. So yeah, I'll see what's what when I get back and may jump on. But other than that, thanks everybody for joining in. Appreciate it. If you want to keep seeing more comics, Red, just keep stopping on by. Other than that, I will catch you guys later. Peace.